So once you got that chopped up, you can take it onto a track now. And then you can really, kind of mangle the samples over. So you can take this now and, and and then you notice you can put a little bit of reverb and some, delay on it. And now take this, and then you want to lay it into a sequence. And I have the shuffle here set up. Loosen it up a little bit. Pop this in the vertical. Take it, shuffle. Now we go to the track. So now you got a simple loop that you've already taken, again, in a few seconds from taking a loop and then slicing it up and then laying it down with some drums. You could take this and, copy and paste and tell it you want to go to measure 5 and tell it you want to copy it 15 times. Bam. It's all laid out. You don't got to go into a dedicated song mode and chain your patterns together and everything. It's already done right here. And the fact that you got 8 audio tracks on here, which means you can record vocals, live instruments and everything. So if I just had that beat, I could plug a mic in and then have somebody flow on top of it right away and get ideas for tracks and for a song. So now you got some vocals here laid in. You take
No, I ain't watch what I'm gonna do. Who needs a getaway car? I got a travel agent. You got no clue, like passengers on the slave ship. The best kept secret, like laid up in the grave with it.
The cool thing is with the real-time time stretching, if you notice, we can bring up the tempo there, and then I can make adjustments, and the vocals follow right along.
I'm just in the showcase to upgrade the book page, working in the long run. When it's long after that, you can say drum machine. Play it back at the bottom and numb your spleen. It was just for the meeting time in between. This is how you.
Now, if I want to go back and make some changes to the vocals, maybe to match, you can double click on the track here and even detune vocals. So let's detune it by 2.
Who needs a getaway car? I got a travel agent. You got no clue, like passengers on the slave ship. The best kept secret, like laid up in the grave. Looking for that brand new toy, just wanna play with. I'm talking about that Roland brand. Even as a user to roll 20 for the clan. I'm just here to showcase the upgrade, the buck bigs, worth it in the long run. When it's home faster than.
Okay, so you can do some really cool things like that. So automatic time stretching, pitch shifting, all in real time. You can't do any of that stuff on some other hardware units. That's what's really great about the MV is, it's very versatile and you can kind of just flow and get things done really quick. You don't have to wait for things to process. It's very instantaneous. There's also some other cool things that you can do on here as well, because you could take, if you go shift pad banks, you can also come in here and start muting stuff with that.
No, I ain't watch what I'm gonna do. Who needs a getaway car? I got a travel agent. You got no clue, like passengers on the slave ship. The best kept secret, like in the grave with it. Looking for that brand new toy, just wanna play with. I'm talking about that Roland brand. Even Wizard use it to roll joints for the clan. I'm just here to showcase the upgrade. The buck pays worth it in the long run. You can love it when it's home faster than you can say drum machine. Play it back, let the bottom end numb your spleen. Other gear was just for the meantime in between.
So if you notice, I had this in a record mode, so you can actually go back and you can record all of the track mutants and stuff.
No, I can't who needs a getaway car? I got a travel agent. You got no clue, like passengers on a slave ship. The best kept secret, like laid up in the grave with it. Looking for that brand new toy, just wanna play with. I'm talking about that Roland brand. Even Wizard use it to roll joints for the clan. I'm just here to showcase the upgrade. The buck pays worth it in the long run. You can love it when it's home faster than you can say drum machine. Play it back, let the bottom end numb your spleen. Other gear was just for the meantime.
So then you can undo that. So I mean, you got full-on track mute automation. So if you want to compose your song that way just by doing the mutes, you know, you can do that as well. You know, if you're still stuck on working in pattern mode and you still like that old school way of doing things, it's not a problem. You can still work, you know, the MV that way. This is just giving you the linear side, trying to make your life easier. But, you know, if you like the pattern mode, it's not a problem. So we'll take this out. Then what you can do is, you know, highlight this little loop that we did here, the beat, and then what I can do is say, copy this as a new pattern, and then drop it into a pattern list. Okay, so now when that's in the pattern list, I can take this, because I don't need it anymore. So we can dump that out, and then use the dedicated pattern mode button, which is new on the 8800. So this automatically just right away takes you right into the pattern mode. And then here's your list. So for guys that are switching over from an MP, I mean, this is kind of the same thing, only that we use the word pattern. This would be like sequence 1, sequence 2, sequence 3, and so forth. So you come up here, there's my first, there's that pattern we just did, so I pull that up. So now if I want to take this, we'll go to that list, and then we can do copy the pattern, part 2 there, and pull this one up here, copy this pattern, part 3, okay? Now if you notice, each one of these patterns now, it's all the same, but they've each been assigned to a pad, a different pad automatically. So now I can call up this one here, and let's say on this one here, I'm going to completely take off the chops. And then now I just have just certain notes of those chops that are being played now. So it's giving me a different variation of that pattern. So now what I'll do is take this one here, and I like it, so I'm going to copy it. So I'll have 4. Call up this 4th one here, and maybe on this one, take out the 808 drums. So okay, so check this out. We'll go back to our song mode, and then we go right back